It was the second day of the riot, officially, because that night now we had went to the community center. This is where it started. In my explanation, this is what happened. After we all got out of the center, it was hot. We was walking in the street. Police said, "All right, get out of the street." This is about 10:30, 11 o'clock. We was coming down the street because the police were telling us to, oh, okay, break it up, move on, get on, So we didn't like that the way they were saying because, they had the long billy sticks. And this is what they were mainly using back then. Them sticks. I never forgot the thing, but, they didn't hesitate to use them. But anyway, this white couple at the time was coming down the street in a Volkswagen. I don't know if they made the wrong turn, but they came down and somebody said, "What you doing down here? What you crackers doing down here?" Or something to that effect. And then they started rocking the car. And then by that time they were trying to get out of the car, which they did get out, but then somebody threw a brick or something and bust the window. And that's when the hell broke loose, because that's when the police came with force. They had right to do that because I didn't really think that was right for them, to attack them people like they did. But since that little incident, then they just started, whipping heads, But then that led to this store, liquor store. It was Reed's Liquor Store. They threw a trash can through it. And that's when the first looting started. And then that's when that lasted, they set that afire. So that lasted, through to about maybe 3 o'clock at night. By that time, they had dispersed, but the damage was done. It was 4 of my friends were sitting in beach chairs, I never forgot it, beach chairs, like alongside of the building, like maybe 100 feet from the street. I sat down with them because they said, yeah, they supposed to be using rubber bullets. So we was talking, and I was saying, I said, yeah, but it don't seem like they got no rubber bullets. And they was armed, they was shoulder to shoulder. So they looked the state troopers marching in the street, like just coming from east to west. Everybody off the street, get off the street. They were just yelling with the bullhorn. And so I said, I think we better leave. But by the time when I said that, that's when we heard the shots. And I turned and then I heard ping, ping, ping. Like I turned I said, Mike, that don't sound like no rubber bullets to me, because we sitting down. But luckily I turned my head. If I didn't, I would have got it here, which eventually would have killed me, because I had 3 shot pellets went enlarged into my head. It hit my skull and went in my neck. And so, but I thought they snuck up behind me. That's the force from them when they shot. They was like maybe 150 to 200 feet away. When that pellets hit me, it knocked me to the ground. And then we was running. Remember, it was the whole crowd of people like standing 75 feet away in the back. And they said, they shot him. And I'm saying, who they shot? They were talking about me, because the blood was just coming down my neck. I didn't know I was shot. And but then when I did this, I just said, oh shit, I got weak, my knees, and I crawled, and the next thing I know, Anthony Hines, he picked me up, and in the back of that building where I was, Reed's, they took me up these steps and laid me on this mattress. It was filthy too, but he tried to get the attention of the police. He opened the window up and was saying, we got somebody shot up here. They blew that window out. Now that was the National Guard. They just shot that window out. I remember glass falling all on my head while I was laying down. He had me face down, and they were saying, well, bring him down, like that, right? So the The photographer who took that picture, his name was Harold Suggs. And that's the one you should really get, if you can get in touch with him, because they beat him down too. And he was just a photographer. But this is how the brutality and the bias was, because once that riot started, it was a war zone.